At least she's writing something.
Hey guys, here I am in Disney, as you can see. All right, let's start the recap.
Season 13, episode 5, and Thanksgiving Day, baby, or Eve, depending on when you're watching this video. So there's a lot of surprises in this video, so watch to the end.
Are you ready? So we start off the episode. Sutton and Kyle are finishing their 20-minute get-together at Sutton's house. And essentially, Kyle's like, what is going on with you? You're acting so weird. And we know that it's because, again, Sutton's been slipping some liquor. But simultaneously, Sutton's got an awesome point, which is like, okay, Kyle, fine. You want to call out my shit, I'll listen to it, but you better start talking about the rumors about Mauricio Umansky cheating and all this. So she doesn't say it, but she alludes to it and does it Southern style, you know, which is like a compliment with a kick in the ass. Kyle automatically picks up that Sutton's going to call out her relationship issues, which at this point she's really trying to not talk about on the show. That's obvious. She leaves and we start the episode 5 off with a bang. Then what ends up happening is we kind of move around with different people, and Erika Jayne has her mom visiting. Her mom is Southern, and she stays with Erika, we find out, once a year for a few days, and that's it. And usually when she lived in mansions, the mom would be like on the other side of the house with housekeepers. She didn't have to interact that much. But now that she has a normal life, she has to actually spend time with her mom and have her mom like share her bed and all this stuff like normal people do when they don't have a large house to accommodate lots of guests. So we kind of see Erika and her mom interacting. And her mom, we find out, had a fight with Erika because Erika and her were on the phone and the mom was questioning things going on with Tom. And Erika didn't want to talk about it. And so she hung up on her mother. She probably thought the phone call was being recorded. Really, truly. So anyway, she's doing this Broadway show. The mom says, you said New York changed a lot. Erika's like, yeah, it was terrible, but Broadway was great. And then she's like, I've got to just move on from all these things to do with Tom. And the mom sort of agrees. But we see Erika get completely annoyed with her mom for no reason, which makes Erika ugly again, but for a different reason this time.
Sutton reminds us that she bought a horse named Santos and she's a Southern belle. At least she's writing something.
The girls go to Garcelle's movie that she produced herself called Black Girl Missing. Dorit gets triggered by the crowd at the screening that Garcelle's having, which doesn't make a lot of sense given that she was just in Vegas. Just saying. I mean, I'm like, what is even going on with Dorit? Everything's triggering her these days. Well, it's pretty obvious why Garcelle Beauvais is the favorite child at the moment for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and is being pushed in front of the sponsors and everything at BravoCon 2023 because last year Garcelle Beauvais Productions, the same Garcelle Beauvais Productions we see tonight on season 13 episode 5, is got a deal with NBC Universal, which of course owns Bravo and Peacock. So she's now like Elisa Vanderpump. She's in a larger capacity with both NBC and Bravo than just a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reality star. And so she's going to have a lot more power now, which might explain the shift in dynamic between herself and Kyle Richards. Here's what Garcelle had to say about the deal. I'm incredibly excited about working with the team at NBC Universal Television in this new capacity. Beauvais said, my production company team and I feel we have not only found a wonderful place to originate new ideas and collaborate on meaningful content, but also to expand into many wonderful horizons. Here's a quick clip from her trailer.
Cheryl, have you spoken to Lauren? Just having a hard time reaching her. I had a little argument with my eldest.
You chased her away, and now she won't even talk to me.
You haven't heard from her since she left? I think my daughter's missing.
Inspired by actual stories.
I just hoped that her picture would be on every news channel. I can't even get in touch with the detective assigned to her case.
So this was the charity that the film that Garcelle produced was sort of drawing attention to.
So I had actress and producer Julia Verdon on my show. She did a show about sex trafficking for women, teens, young adults, and how all the many ways they trap them. It was called The Lost Girls on the Lifetime Network. They were doing quite a few versions of these types of shows on that network, and Garcelle's show was another one. So we do see Larsa Pippen at Garcelle Beauvais' movie screening. Denise Richard oddly shows up late in like sweats, and she hangs out or whatever, and Garcelle hangs around Denise a lot. We know that off camera they were making friendship and they were kind of keeping their love alive with Sutton. We see Kyle and Sutton have another fight because Sutton walks up to Kyle to try to talk to her, and Kyle doesn't want to hear what Sutton has to say. I do have to say Sutton's playing the Southern thing a little bit thick on this season with the daisy dress and the, constant shout out to the Southern thing, which I think she thinks the fans love. So she's sort of playing up to it, like overly doing it, like the British thing when people overdo that, or like Dorit when she was pretending to have an accent. She's like from Connecticut.
It's not my brand. But what is on brand for Sutton is flying off the handle, according to Kyle. Name them. Name them. So we're giving Sutton the last word with a game of Defend Your Freak Out. Okay, for each of your past quiet, calm reactions, defend them. Defend your name 'em freak out with Kyle tonight. Why wouldn't you let her talk?
That picture's terrible.
Okay, why wouldn't you let her talk?
Well, Kyle talks all the time.
Okay.
You get the drift. So Sutton's doing that, but that's okay. Like, I get it. She's, trying to get popular. But she's fighting with Kyle. Kyle's like, you're obviously trying to call out the rumors of my marriage, and so you're not my friend. Essentially, there's a lot of wink-wink happening between the two of them. Sutton is simultaneously saying to Kyle, hey, sister, why don't you come clean with your crap? Because you're never showing anyone anything other than a beautiful life, which you don't always have. So starts sharing your dirty laundry, not just your sister's. Behavior is obviously showing something's wrong. You're not wearing your ring. You're working out too much. You're like, not drinking. You're eating totally different. You seem to not be yourself. And so she goes in that direction with Kyle. And Kyle just almost gives in and saying something and then pulls back. And Kyle's really on the defensive and Sutton's really on the defensive. And that's how we end the episode for the evening. Sutton and Kathy Hilton, of course, have been socialite friends for a while. And that benefits both of them for so many reasons. But Sutton thinks that one of the reasons Kyle might be so pissed at Sutton is that Sutton's friends with Kathy Hilton, and she thinks that Kyle hates Kathy Hilton. Well, I'd say Kyle doesn't give two shits because she just made the 40 most powerful women on reality TV in 2023 list. So congratulations, Kyle. And then there's this really cringe scene where Garcelle's son is so sweet to go up to Erika Jayne and give her a pass for when she was drunk and on drugs and told him to F off at Garcelle's party. And Garcelle sort of stands up to Erika as best she can, but I think she wanted to do a lot more, but she was probably exhausted and tired from shooting, for hours and didn't have it in her, honestly. But then after she had the energy back, she probably was just so angry about it.
I just wanted to come and let you know that everything was okay.
Well, I apologize from the bottom of my heart, and of course that I was totally out of line. I have said this to your mother, and I'm really happy that you get to hear it from me. So please accept my apology, because of course I'm good. Thank you.
Of course.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
What a class act this young man is, to just walk up and say, hey, no hard feelings. And Garcelle, you've done a beautiful job.
I'm sure Garcelle really gives a shit what Erika thinks about her parenting skills. And Garcelle said on the show that she was upset that Erika didn't apologize to her son first, but she was proud of her son for doing it with Erika. I agree with her. I'm actually
so angry that not one cast member made a bigger deal out of that than happened. I don't understand. That was like so offensive to me. Any woman talking to another child, a drunk or like Erika did, it just has pissed me off so much. I want to drag her into next year for it, you know? And I felt like, God, I really wish Garcelle would give it to her. It's just a damn itch I can't scratch. I do want to bring up something, you guys. It was very strange last week that Dorit Kemsley didn't have her glam squad accompany her to Vegas. I don't think in the history of the show she's ever not had her glam squad do her makeup and hair on a trip. And Crystal bringing hers and so many of the women having theirs and her not was very strange. Freddie and I thought it was a little unusual that she didn't do glam in Las Vegas when all the other women did. We thought, why would that be? Maybe she didn't want the IRS to see. Well, that can't be it because she's promoting on her Instagram lots of glam stuff to do with BravoCon 2023. But maybe Bravo paid for that glam as part of her deal in going. That's possible. And maybe they wouldn't pay. Well, I know they wouldn't pay for her to bring her glam with her to Vegas. She'd have to pay. The question is, you know, is money that tight for Pecan Dorit? I suppose with the IRS lien, you know, being over $1 million, it is. But geez, it's just odd that she didn't bring her glam, so unlike her. I mean, you know, she's never not. Maybe it's that she's trying to change her image to be more Peter Pan oriented. Let me play you something.
See me, Peter Pan, and the legendary Boy George as Captain Hook, and Dorit Kemsley as the mermaid. Book now at PeterPanTix.
So you guys in the comments, let me know why you think Dorit didn't bring her glam squad to Vegas, which she's never done before. I'm dying to hear your thoughts. All right, you guys, on that note, I'm going to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Be safe. I'm so grateful for all of you. Big kiss. Mwah, mwah.